Hey guys, what's up? So this is the second fight of day 3 of the AOV International Championship, guys. It's Team CL versus Team Game TV. So who do you think will win, guys? Anyways, enjoy the video.
And the wave, that's kind of it, especially, you know, with the amount of damage they're able to put out. So Team CL do pick up the first game. Interesting turn up. We didn't really we didn't predict that, certainly, but maybe that's something more, that's more of a commentary maybe on how Olympus were performing than how Team CL or Game TV are.
Exactly, and like I said, we had so many question marks around Olympus coming into this because of those roster changes. We're into game 2. Let's see how the draft is going to shape up.
Bans coming out, Xenial and Murad almost instantly locked in. We've seen that Xenial ban again from Game TV first, the Violet being picked up as well. Murad standard ban. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryoma being banned away as well if they don't want that to go over to Game TV.
Yeah, they're banning away the Murad because we know that Chan is so proficient, and I don't think the TCL play a lot of Murad themselves, so I don't think they want to have to deal with it.
Could be L'Oreal.
Because they're not going to take it away. I think they're more afraid of the Zil here, potentially on someone like XB if they put him onto a mage in there, but it opens up Game TV to get that L'Oreal, like you said, that first pick. Now, they're going to take away the Malok from Game TV, which is really important because of the double first pick. They also get the Ryoma on this one as well.
This is yeah, exactly. That's a pretty standard pickup for the first two. It's alternating from what we saw in the last game. And it is going to now put the onus on Game TV to choose what they want to go for, because of course they can't pick up that Ryoma. They have got the L'Oreal on board, so maybe they want to be picking up the Alice, but Aerie and Alice will be hovered. Alice will be locked in, and Aerie as well.
Yeah, so very similar composition from what we saw last game coming out from them. The Loyal Alice combo, we know it's proficient. Can't combo it with the Malok, but you can combo it with strong initiation to guarantee that hard CC hits. Slims being hovered.
Yeah,
not
too sure about that one, but we'll see if they're able to lock it in. The hover comes through. I don't know who else they're going to be picking up into here. I mean, you don't have the assassins available. But it is Raz. Obviously, don't need to prioritize that just yet. Pick something else.
Yeah, so you pick the Raz. We know that it's going to be the second priority mid laner on the side of TCL. Looking at what can be picked up on the side of Game TV, if we look forward at this, like I said, we need a strong, tanky initiator. Maybe something like Fane coming in here. Potentially the Ormar that has slipped through as well. That's something that could be picked up. But it's just about how TCL are going to prioritize these picks, whether they lock these in or not.
They are going to lock in the Raz and the Slims. They are going to go through, so no swaps. They just wanted to burn down the time and discuss their options. So
I think in an ideal world, they would take the Raz. They would have taken the L'Oreal, but just because of how the pick band's operating, they have to fall back to the Raz. Still a very strong character. KS has had great results domestically on Raz, so it's a comfort pick of his. I don't like what's being hovered at the moment by Chan and Henry. I don't feel you have enough resistances in there. You've got very little initiation from it, but if they can just out-damage the fights, then the initiation might not be an issue.
So no major tanks. It's going to be Nekroth and Zephys locked in for them, and, well, a little bit of a weird pick being hovered there from Khan.
Yeah, the Kilgroth may come in as the high damage dealer warrior that comes into the fold. We know that Malok will go on the tankier side in terms of the balance on the warriors, so he can be the main tank. But with the lack of tank on the side of Game TV, it's going to be about damage this game. It's going to be about where you place your damage, who you're going to catch out. They've got pick potential with the Alice. We know she's got a stun on her one, and she's going to be able to accelerate the team to help with the initiation. I just think that they maybe need something a little bit more aggressive with the hard CC to lock this down. So I'm concerned about Game TV's brand, but I'm willing to be proven wrong.
Yeah, the Mina being hovered up here. So if they want to lock that in, no, they're going to swap it over to Batman.
So this is the first time we're going to see Batman played in the AIC.
Certainly is.
He hasn't been played at all. And we addressed one of the reasons why we don't think Batman has been played is that his entire role as an assassin jungler is based entirely around his battle rank.
But that's the thing as well. You've got that assassin. What does assassins not do well against? Tanks. What do Game TV not have any of? Tanks.
very true. So going to be able to burst it, but the reason we point out that Batman might not be the best option here is because his Batarang, obviously being a line ability, is where the bulk of his, the main component of his kill combo comes from. Yes, he can get multiple men with his arm bash, and yes, he can get it with his ultimate as well, but it's very hard to position. It makes him in a very vulnerable spot for CC, which I feel is something that's being consistently lacked. The CC is there on the side of Game TV. It's just that it's very reliant on rotation. I mean, if you look at Nakrov, it's his knock-up on his fourth hit. You're not going to be able to get that perfect timing. It's not immediate release. And then you have travel time with Ares Blades to get that stun as well. Your only immediate stun, or CC, or hard CC, comes from the Alice with her 1.
The Zephyr's jump as well will be able to get the knockups. So only a little bit of hard, fast engage. So if they are able to exploit that time difference, they should be able to carry out these team fights. But they need to win it early because those tanks will outscale them. Nonetheless, Game TV take on Team CL, with CL having the advantage 1-0. If they're able to take this one home, they will avenge Team Olympus and take Korea further into the tournament, into the semi-finals. Let's get this game underway.
Let's see how TCL are choosing to move around the map. They left Malik on the bottom side to scout out and invade while they go for the Sage Golem buff themselves. Chuck out a spear and begin to get pressure on this top side.
Yeah, no reverse invade. Malok will be guarding on that river, so they'll be able to spot it out. That's the Sage Golem just going over relatively easily for Team CL. Going to be given over to Pew.
Yes, free buff start coming out for Team CL, unless Game TV are going to go aggressive with this and try and contest a buff of their own while the rotations are happening elsewhere around the map.
Penguin taken very low already on that Malok. Gets stunned up by the Alice, but the rest of Team CL are ready to assist. Actually gets picked up by Chan. They are able to get out of there as well. So Game TV go for a late invade and make it work.
Well, they had the information. They saw Ryo on the top, they saw Raz in the mid lane. They knew an invade just happened on the top side of the map. They had potential to rotate around after taking the might buff, knowing they'd have positional advantage in the jungle.
Ooh, they're getting onto Batman as well with the stun from Airy, but it's not quite enough. Kerry does get away with that one.
So Khan's going to get some vision for the team from the top side of the map. Here's Pro.
Ooh, the stun under turret.
Henry.
Going to land onto Penguin. Kerry's going to wade in.
There's Batarang, though.
Could jump onto Pro now. The Alice left vulnerable. Penguin and Batman certainly have enough damage to come in. A little bit of an odd duo there, the Penguin and Batman.
Yes, extremely odd that they'd be working together. But one thing I want to note is a variation from Game 1 to Game 2. Alice spent the entire game in the mid lane protecting the L'Oreal. Now she's going on a more roaming
dive onto Henry, and they're going to be able to capitalize, but they run away. The Batarang will finish it off. They knew that one was going to happen.
That's just disrespectful. You just leave him with the Batarang. It's like, see ya.
See ya.
In a bit, mate. And bang.
There you go. Well, bang.
Bangarang.
Bangarang. Yeah, no, not really a big fan. But they are going to get the Abyssal Dragon off the back of the pick. The push onto the bottom turret as well will give them a little bit of chip damage, and Team CL already starting off nicely.
So Batman's strength does come in the early game when players are isolated, so you expect them to get an early lead. Batman falls off a little bit in the late game in the 5v5 scenario, assuming that the team can react and adequately lock him down and punish him for moving in aggressively on the team fight, because he's very close range barring his Batarang.
Game TV really haven't had any positioning on any of these objectives, really.
Yeah, stealth coming in though, Kerry lurking in the bottom, but he gets that little notification. He knows the Batman is nearby.
I'm Batman. He's going to come in out of the shadows.
Let's not do that again.
Let's do it all the time. That's what I like. But they are going to pressure it in on the bot lane turret.
He misses the Batarang.
Yeah, they're just going to back off Henry. I mean, he remembers what happened last time. He messed with the Dark Knight.
Yeah, he missed the Batarang there. It was more of a zoning tool. I think it was a very wise decision from Henry to back off there. You knew there were multiple members in that top lane, in that bottom lane, and Alice was roaming down for support, but even though it's a 4v2, they still lose it.
Kerry will be jumped on in the topside jungle, and that's an easy pop for Game TV. Will be given over to the Nakaroth, and it's going to potentially start him on his path to victory.
Yeah, we saw the strength of Alice there, that immediate stun available on the line. Speaking of immediate stun, that's exactly what Khan opens up with.
Yeah, he's able to get a lot of poke damage down onto PS Man and forcing him back to base. Ryoma, obviously one of the stronger brawlers in the game so far. Sort of Malok and Ryoma really those priority top laners or off laners, depending on where you want to put them. And they can just sort of go for these brawls, but the stun comes out from Pro. KS will have to just dash away, but he is going to make sure he is safe.
They've left this top lane exposed for the rest of TCL to just take down for free. So they've got the both top and bottom towers. So they're playing the objective game at the moment, and they're doing it so much better than Game TV. Throw in the Abyssal Dragon, the boot, and the Spirit Sentinel controls. They're going to begin to rotate back down, looking for more, and hopefully stop an Abyssal Dragon take.
And engage in the top side of the jungle. Khan will lead the charge on that Ryoma. The knockup, though, will come through from Zephys. And now the damage starts to rain through from L'Oreal. XB is able to pick up the kill, and Team CL run away with their tail between their legs.
Despite the man advantage on the side of TCL.
Maybe they're not done just yet, as XB might try to find some more, and he does just that. Kerry will go down. KS now running away, trying to dash on through, but PS Man is just too sticky.
So as I was saying, despite the man advantage on the side of TCL, the reason that fight was won was because of Alice's hissy fit placement. They get the initial silence, which is great for them to get the first pick, but they have to travel through the damage over time. The magic to this shred, the slow to try and get into this fight and reinforce, and they're able to zone off and protect the squishier members of the team who are already low HP. So fantastic placement and use of the environment by Pro there to keep his team alive and win that fight.
Team CL with a very aggressive invade did not pay out, certainly for them, but Kerry will get spotted out. They know there's a Batman ready and waiting. They have to back off. They did get spotted out. And the information in return for Team CL. There's the Batarang going through, trying to find it onto Chan. He's taken down to half HP. So Batman, one of these sort of high impact assassins that will be able to just sort of find you, and if you're not careful, pop you down as well.
He's not done enough in the early game at the moment. I'm concerned for how he's going to progress throughout the game.
Tell you who is done enough in the early game. It's going to be Khan on that Ryoma. Getting a 1v1 versus PS Man. Has pushed down his lane turret as well. And the engage on the bot side for Game TV will just get the pick over the wall. XB still just rolling on through. Chan low. They have to be careful with that. A stun from Alice is just going to decimate KS. They're going to try and roll it on as well, and it's just so much damage being pumped out from the L'Oreal. 3 kills already into this game, and this is their chance to come back into it.
Chan with the happy feet there to keep himself alive. Fantastic to see, but it goes again back to Pro on this Alice.
Wow, they're just going so impactful. L'Oreal, so much damage, but not quite enough to finish out Penguin. Kerry there to back him up. He's just going to have to base, but Game TV definitely in the driving seat now.
So it's a good thing I was speaking about Pro because he did get another initiation there, but it was more about his hissy fit placement. Yet again, he placed it so far back that he had nowhere to go. He had a choice. You can either go through this and get shred, so they take out PU by doing that, zones off the enemy team, but alternatively, you force PU to think about whether he wants to path up the river and potentially risk being engaged on anyway. It just forces so many mistakes on the side of TCL. These hissy fit placements have been fantastic this game by Pro.
Nakaroth actually burning his jumps to try and get away from that one. Doesn't even get the extra minion camp. Khan and PS Men did have a little bit of a brawl over in that top lane, but it wasn't too impactful on the flow of the game, but he is able to get the scout over the wall with the spear. Rolling around near the Abyssal Dragon is the Batman for Team CL.
He's looking for if someone will solo pick this, and he's an excellent scout Batman. One of the strengths that often goes on talks about is, yes, you get a notification if you're near Batman. Within 6 units to be precise, you get a notification. You stay there too long, your stealth gets revealed anyway. But being able to roam around the map invisible for the people who are just out of range, hiding in a bush and not be able to see where you are, it's a fantastic scouting tool that provides so much information for the side of TCL.
Well, they are going to get the first pick already. Alice finds a kill. Mallory forced to jump away. The ultimate actually procs the Dark Slayer, but they are just definitely not going to go for that one, especially off the back of a pick. Kerry could try and find the attack onto Henry, but doesn't land the Batarang, and that's going to dissuade him from doing anything more.
So, praising Batman for the information he's able to provide Team CL, but Team CL aren't using it adequately. They keep going in for unfavorable invades.
Chan versus 2. I don't think that's a fight you really want to take, but XB's now here, and it suddenly becomes certainly more possible with the backup from the Alice as well, if they are able to get the engage. Could find something, but they are under turret. They don't want to risk it.
So it's interesting to see what GTV are doing with the Alice L'Oreal combo.
Oh, they look like they might be going for a dive over in the mid lane, but able to just escape. Slippery as ever, fades away into the shadows and grouping in the mid lane.
So as I was saying, the Alice Loyal combo now in the hands of Game TV instead of Team CL. They're putting it to great use, but they're not using it with the initiation tools. But Pro with the Alice instead of Kerry having it has been so good as a solo impact. It's not relying so much on the synergy with another initiator when she's being able to force the situation and effectively soft initiate the fights.
And now moving over towards this Abyssal Dragon position, they have got the advantage with the front line ready and waiting in the brush, but Game TV are flanking in as a full 5. PS Man takes the first bit of poke, but XB dashes in and does his own damage. Straight over onto KS. Abyssal Dragon does get propped, but I don't think they want to take the fight just yet. Penguin over in the bot side getting soloed out by Henry, but Pro in the side is going to get, well, burst down, but Lars is first to fall. Kerry will take it on to Alice as well, and now Team CL have a little bit of an advantage. Malok jumps away back underneath the turret. Khan is ready and waiting in the wings, and Penguin just slices straight through L'Oreal as the Abyssal Dragon gets started up.
So immediately Pro was not able to get his feet off in that fight. Caught out by the Slim Spear and then immediately focused down by Batman. That is where the opportunity for Batman shines with single target damage. And he bursts out a squishy target like Alice. She has no use for her ultimate. She can't combo it into the fight to set things up, and they sorely lack that strong initiation and the crowd control required to pull off this composition.
That mid turret for Team CL, pretty much one auto attack from pretty much anyone really to go down. So as soon as that wave crashes, that will just fall. Still, it stands for now. It's basically an objective for Game TV whenever they want to go for it. PU, sorry, and KS both just checking that brush, ready and waiting. Kerry will let Pro know that Batman has spotted them. They're going to go for the engage into the mid lane, but Raz gets burst down almost immediately. Chan is going to be able to pick up that kill. They're just going to back off, and that's going to be it. But XB goes in for a push. Henry soloing out Penguin in the bot lane, and that turret is going to fall. They're going to continue the mid lane pressure.
Mid inner could be going down as well. Henry now has the wave, but Penguin's still alive underneath that. They can't quite force it down. Mid inner not being felled yet. There we are.
Finally able to get that second turret as well. So Game TV continuing to apply the pressure. Ryoma in that topside jungle. I don't think you want to be taking that fight, my friend. You've only got Slims to back you up, and versus 3 couldn't go so well. Penguin, low HP under the turret, has 2 people trying to focus him down. Khan, though, has 3 to deal with, and he isn't going to do so well with that. Will fall pretty quickly. Penguin did back off with the ultimate almost going down in the bot side in the meantime, and the turret does fall. So Game TV with a nice set of plays across the map.
I don't think we've seen an aggressive Malok ultimate all game. He's constantly been put under pressure and having to use it defensively, which is terrible for Team CL to use the initiation.
Kerry get dived under the turret, and XB just dashing forwards, getting those damage procs off as well. KS nearly finding it onto PS Man with the poke, not quite able to finish it out. Malok taking a 2v1 in the bot lane though, will find himself having to use that ultimate defensively yet again. Goodness me, he's really just being zoned away from pretty much any aggressive plays. As you say, those initiates cannot come through from TCL as long as this is happening.
And it's such a shame because they've lost their window where they had the advantage. Like I said, this game was going to be extremely strong in the early game, and they didn't press the lead enough. And then when you see the point where Malok is constantly relying on using his ult defensively, they got no hope of taking these fights. He's not going to be able to stand up to a couple of people for a long amount of time. Darkslayer now on the board for GTV though.
Yeah, there's no way that Team CL are going to be able to contest that. They have their waves to deal with. The pressure on the turrets is just too strong. 3 men take down the Dark Slayer, and Game TV further their advantage, looking to turn it over to the top side.
Well, they have to wait a little bit longer for the wave to get there, so top doesn't seem to be their entry point. If I was them, they're just waiting for a catch on a rotation from round to mid to the top because they're not sure which lane is going to be focused down. So Team CL has to play a bit of a guessing game at the moment, and they're looking to catch him out in the confusion. They're being very reserved about how they do. And Batman, see, just scouting it out. Perfect use of what he's there to do.
Yeah, able to just dissuade them from going for any pressure, but it's still there, and they will just take down that top turret with the minion wave coming on through. going over. You can see obviously Henry's still in that bottom side of the map, just putting pressure across the map, but they're going for the dive. There's the first kill going over onto PU, so the Slims is out of the fight almost instantly. They're continuing to dive on. The turret goes down, so it's not a dive anymore, because they're going to push it on as well to Penguin. 3 players down so far. Will they be able to make it 4? Game TV are absolutely dominant so far. Penguin finally falls. That high ground turret in the mid. They don't even need it. They can push straight onto the core. There's 5 of them alive, and versus only KS on that Raz. Not really going to be this competition they need. The wave, sorry, in the top lane is starting to push on through. The death timers are with them. Game TV looking to close it down. Raz does fall. The ace comes through, and Game TV bring it even once more. Vietnam and Korea cannot have a decisive victory between the two.
And that's great to see these regions are still clashing hard. One of the reasons why that last team fight was lost, we're going to have to do it again. It's Penguin. It was too late to the fight. By the time he jumped in, all of your squishier targets are either on the respawn platform or they've been killed already, at which point you're not going to be able to do anything. They got what they want. They don't have to fight you. They just take the turret instead and they pressure you back. You don't have to retreat to the mid lane while they're just clearing up more and more of the field, and then you get to the desperation zone that, oh, I have to fight now, otherwise we're just going to lose.
Just a quick info, you have a chance to win 300 vouchers. Just like this video, subscribe on our channel and turn on the notification, the bell icon, and comment your IGN and long ID number. Now, to see your long ID number, just go to settings and player ID. And that's it guys, thanks!